Today is Monday, October 11th, and welcome to another Vlogtober vlog. This is my first day back at work, back at the routine, back to normal since last Saturday, really. And so this is the first official Vlogtober vlog that's going to be my everyday. But it's kind of special. It feels special to me, and I can't even give you a valid explanation as to why. I woke up this morning before the sun, which don't be too impressed. That's not hard to do this time of year. I was up at 6:50 this morning. I had my butt in my recliner by 7:10, and I started reading the book, The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron, I think is her name. Very well-known book about unlocking your creativity. It is the book that coined morning pages, and I read through all of the precursor introductory stuff and the basic rules, or whatever you want to call it. I can't remember, basic concepts in the guide. It's basically her class. She taught a class about unlocking creativity and then put it in a book. And it has been helping artists of all kinds, not even official artists, which is fun because technically I am an artist. I'm a musician, but I don't do it anymore. I'm an actor. But it's for everybody's creativity. It's not just for artists who are declared artists, you know? So I'm excited to dive into that. That is actually our Diva and the Divine Book Club book for the month, but it's also this 12-week course that you're supposed to read a chapter and then spend a week doing the things in the chapter. So I'm trying to decide how I want to approach that, because the book club meets at the beginning of November, but also I want to actually utilize this book the way it's meant to be utilized. So I might do more of a read through, but then focus on a chapter a week. I don't know how I'm going to do it. We'll see. But the other thing that this book talks about, the two main concepts in it, are morning pages and artist dates, where you basically date yourself and do something to cultivate your creativity. Be that, and it doesn't have to be something crazy, but it can be go to an antique store and look around, go for a walk and listen to music, create music, go to an exhibit, watch a show, all the things, all the things. If you've read this book or ever thought about artist dates, coffee dates, or dates with yourself before, give me suggestions for activities to do in the comments below, because I'm going to do this, and it's really interesting that I read about this. I didn't realize this was a concept from The Artist's Way, but I already time blocked my week this week, and one of my goals for October, which you have seen if you are a member of the Patreon, the Diva District, because that's where my goals video is this month. But I have a goal of one creative retreat day, an entire day dedicated to nothing but fun, creative things, but also taking creativity breaks throughout the weeks. And so I've actually scheduled for the next 2 weeks, 2 days each week, Monday and Wednesday, 2-hour block of creativity time for me to do things that make me feel creative. And I planned this yesterday, Sunday, and I read about the artist dates that you're supposed to take at least 2 hours once a week to go on these artist dates with yourself. And I was like, how convenient. I already planned them. So that's what's going on with that. I am running behind my block schedule. It is 9:10. I was supposed to be downstairs at 8:30, but I got up and I read first, and then I felt compelled to do my morning pages. And so I did 3 pages of journaling, front and back. And now I'm doing this, and now I'm going to go downstairs and get back into my workout routine, and it's going to feel good. It's going to be hard because I haven't worked out legitimately in probably 2 weeks, but it's okay. My body needed the break, but I'm ready to get back to the grind, which has been one of the most interesting things and biggest blessings of the time off. We had a great vacation, staycation. We went to Duluth, as you guys saw. We did some things here, and then we just relaxed, and it was wonderful. But I also am so ready to be back in my routine, eating my normal food, doing my normal things, being a homemaker, content creator, coach, all of those things, and focusing in on my health. So I'm excited to go work out, which is what I'm going to do right now. I thought I'd share with you what I'm having for lunch. Good old sandwich, potato chips, and carrots. I got 3 ounces of carrots. I've got 1 ounce, 1 serving of the clean potato chip. This is Boulder Canyon potato chips. Why are they clean? Look at the ingredients. Instead of the inflammatory oil of canola oil, this is potatoes olive oil, which is a good oil. We like olive oil, and sea salt. Yes, they're still potato chips, but they're clean potato chips, and they're delicious. They're really, really good. And then my sandwich is made out of this bread. This is the thin sliced seed-tastic bread from Simply Nature Organic over at Aldi. We've been really enjoying that bread. Between that and the grain-tastic, both of those have been really, really great options for us. And on that, we have a slice of cheddar cheese, 4 ounces of Applegate turkey, which is really, really clean lunch meat. It's just turkey, water, salt, spices. I think that's it. And I have 2 slices of uncured bacon on here. I needed to make bacon for a recipe this week. You can't see it. There's just a couple slices left. And I cooked up the entire container so I'd have the bacon and wouldn't have to cook it again. So I'm throwing bacon on my sandwich. And then, of course, we got good old Primal Kitchen pesto mayo on there. My lunch is 610 calories, 37 grams of protein. You'll have to forgive the background noise. The leaf people, the lawn people are here, and they have been leaf blowing for over an hour in the vicinity that I can hear it. So there's no better time for me to I could wait until they're done, but they're probably not gonna be done until 4. Anyway, I digress. Happy afternoon. I did something that was inspired by my coaching call today. My client inspired me to do this. I actually printed out and took the Moxie Life Compass Assessment. And this is something that I took at the beginning of the year last year. And as you probably know by now, I've kind of stopped using my Moxie Life Planner. I never used it. I think this year I'm highly considering getting the notebook edition, which has no planner attached to it. It's literally just the assessments, the monthly goals, and the weekly goals. And I think those might pair nicely with the power sheets for what I have envisioned to use them for. But anyway, I digress. Did you know that Moxie Life offers their Compass Assessment for free on their website? You can go and download this and do it. You don't even have to have made a purchase by them before, which is really great because I think this assessment is so thorough and so not what we normally think of. For example, let's use health and wellness as an example here. For all of the assessments, they have the 8 different pillars of life, if you will, according to them. And within each of those, they have 8 different statements. And you rank those statements 1 to 10. And then you add them all up, divide by 8, and that is the number you get for your total for that specific area of life, right? And when a lot of us take the life assessments and things like that, there's one in the power sheets where at the beginning of the year, you rank the different areas of your life with a number of how you're doing. And I can guarantee you, 80% of us, when we look at the health and wellness one, we automatically think our weight and our weight alone. And it's because a lot of us, especially in my community, are on a weight loss journey or have been on a weight loss journey. And so many of us are like, well, I'm still 40 pounds overweight, therefore my health is a 2, right? And we base it solely on how we're feeling about our bodies and our weight, regardless of other elements. And this assessment takes that away. So for example, the assessment, the 8 things that are ranked in the health and wellness section are: I take care of my physical, mental, and emotional health. I eat well and I drink plenty of water. Regardless of what you weigh, you eat well and you drink plenty of water. I get sufficient amount of sleep. I have a regular exercise routine. I have a healthy self-image. I have healed from any stress or trauma I have experienced. I feel strong in body, heart, and mind, and I am equipped to handle life's events with strength and vitality. Nowhere on there does it say anything about your weight, and those are the things that the Moxie Life Assessment takes into consideration for your different scores. So I don't know if you can see, you can't see right now, my assessment. So I did my life compass, and y'all, it is reassuring to me to see that, like, based on the answers I gave, I'm in a really good place. I'm in a really good place, which is reassuring after having a year of, like, I don't feel like I accomplished all that much. I launched my coaching business, which has already had its ebbs and flows, which has been fine. That's what business does. And, but like, other than that, I'm like, I haven't met my weight loss goal that I originally intended. I haven't done this. I haven't done that. I'm feeling blah about things. So to actually sit down and take this assessment and see no number be less than 6. I have a 6.25 and a 6.5. And then I have, so here were my rankings. Personal, 7.75. Fun and recreation, 6.25. Work and learning, 7. Family and relationships, 7.5. Health and wellness, 7.5. Spiritual and personal growth, 9. Financial, 8.5. Physical environment, 6.5. Like, I'm doing all right, which is really reassuring, especially after the year of like kind of ending it feeling blah, you know? Not that it's over yet, but we're getting there. We're getting close. So I wanted to tell you kind of what I did with my assessment. What I did was I ranked everything and I highlighted the 2 specific areas that were the lowest. And everything else, like I said, was 7 and above except for 2 areas, which were physical environment and fun and recreation. Of all the pillars, those were the 2 things that, according to my assessment, are lacking the most. And I found that really interesting, but I also found that reassuring because of all the things, those 2 are probably the easiest to fix, right? So I want to pay special attention to the fun and recreation and the physical environment, which I already had some plans for the physical environment anyway, so that's really great, actually. But then I went ahead and I highlighted the lowest ranking things in every area. I'm not going to read all of them to you, but I highlighted at least 1, sometimes 2 in every area. So for example, my lowest ranking in spiritual and personal growth was I invest time and energy into my personal and spiritual growth. My financial, my lowest one was I believe in the ability to acquire wealth. That was the lowest ranked one. My physical environment was, my physical environment is free from clutter and excess and I feel organized. Those are the 2 that are really low compared to some of the other ones. And health and wellness, the only one, like my health and wellness, the actual steps, like I'm eating well, I'm drinking well, I'm sleeping well, I'm doing a lot of great things. The thing I scored the lowest on by a landslide was I have a healthy self-image, which was not shocking to me at all because of all the things that I need to work on. I need to cultivate confidence in this body right now. And I knew that about myself, but I just thought it was really interesting to like have it in writing that like by a landslide, this is the thing you need to work on the most in this category. So I highlighted 1 or 2 things in every area and I think I want to take some time. I have a creativity time block today, which means I'm taking time for myself to just do fun, creative, non-work related things and or cleaning, like anything like that. It's all like fun things, which already will help enhance the fun and recreation thing, right? But I want to kind of brainstorm a little bit about like what can I do to help specifically the areas in which I scored the lowest for the last quarter of the year, which I'm kind of bummed that I didn't do this before I like plotted and planned out all of my 4th quarter goals, but it's okay. Things can change, things can get modified, but now this is at the front of my mind and I'm kind of excited about it because that's really important. That's really important. Like my scores overall are outstanding and I'm very, very lucky. I'm very blessed, but there's a couple of areas that could use a little bit of fixing. So that's kind of what I want to focus on now. I just got a text message as I was about to head out the door to go get my mail because I haven't picked up the mail from the mailbox in like a week. My latest Thrive Market box was on my front porch. I'm so excited. I just needed a couple things. I ordered for 1 thing in particular, but because I want free shipping and my free gift, I ordered a couple of extra things that I needed for my clean eating journey. So I thought I would show you a little bit of what I got. Some of the basic things for like the cleaner eating and the whole wheat swap outs and everything are things like cassava flour and coconut flour. So I bought both of those things. I also have almond flour in my house already, and there are a couple of recipes that I want to try in the Clean Eating Academy that I'm a part of that involves these ingredients for some really good looking desserts. I also needed to get organic coconut milk. Coconut milk is not something I've ever had before. I don't know how I feel about it, but a recipe called for it. So I bought some. And then I, of course, got taco seasoning. And then my freebies for every day or every couple days, Thrive changes what your freebies will be in your box. And so there was a facial oil that was a freebie. I'm like, I'm just going to wait to place this order until it changes to something I want. And so the next day it was a Purely Elizabeth thing. I thought I was getting boxes of cereal. I apparently can't read or didn't process. This is oatmeal. Each box has 6 packets of instant-ish oatmeal, I think. Gluten-free oats, organic coconut sugar, pea protein, chickpea powder, cinnamon, organic chia, organic flax, sea salt, organic quinoa flakes, and organic puffed amaranth. Like, super nice and clean. Now, let me look at the ingredient, or the 160 calories, 3 fat, 29 carbs, 4 fiber, 7 protein. And then this one is banana nut. Freeze-dried banana, pea protein. Oh, yes. I'm so excited about this. So I didn't pay for this. This came in my box because I made a minimum purchase. I'm so pumped. That's 12 breakfasts right there. Fantastic. And the whole reason I placed an order, look at this. Oh, yeah, these are huge chocolate bars, but pumpkin spice and gingerbread. I couldn't not. And the problem was they're only available on the Hue website or at Whole Foods. And I didn't want to buy, I mean, I kind of bought more than I was intending, but they only have like packs of 8 available at minimum for a reasonable price on the Hue website. And so I was like, well, I don't really want that many, but I don't want to drive all the way to Whole Foods because it's inconvenient to get to our Whole Foods to get to try one of these. So what if I see if they're somewhere else? They're not a Target. That would have been too convenient, but they were on Thrive Market. So I decided to buy 4 of each instead of 8 of each, which was really nice. And oh, let's see, we got cacao. Everything in the ingredients is all still organic, clean. So it still satisfies all of the clean eating, chocolateness. And I have 8 more bars, which will be 16 more servings because I only eat half a bar at a time. So all in all, really good deal for everything. I got 16 desserts here, and I got 12 free breakfasts, and I got the ingredients I need to make a couple of desserts. Did I tell you that this was taco seasoning? 2 packets of organic taco seasoning. So that's my latest Thrive Market haul. I am so excited. If you're interested in Thrive Market, I have a referral code down below that will get you $30 off your first box, and it will get me $30 store credit. Thank you in advance for helping me pay for my clean groceries.